pass away, to use the vernacular of the day. And I visited them in the hospital. And as I was speaking with them, I sort of took my awareness to energetically kind of what was happening, and I sort of said, well, I wonder what's happening with their chakras, and I began to kind of feel for that and see what I could see. And it was really interesting because, especially with the one individual, I had met with him, probably 3 or 4 days before he actually passed away. And when I was speaking with him, he was still obviously very weak, but he was lucid, could carry on a conversation without any problem. And as I looked, especially at his root chakra, the picture that I saw was like a flower that was gently allowing its roots to be released from the earth. And it's as though his spirit, the person that is really who we are, that rides around in this vehicle called a body, it's as though that was just gently releasing its hold from the earth and just floating up chakra to chakra to chakra and out his crown chakra. So the root chakra is very, very powerful. It's our connection to the earth. And actually, now when I think about it, I have put together a list of video tutorials for our Reiki graduates on talking about the root chakra, and also a little energy visualization exercise that we can do to strengthen it, to balance it. And so if you wish to have that and would like to send me an email, my email address is russ, R-U-S-S, at healingcenter.ca, or if you're a member of Lock Dog Radio, you can always just send me a note that way, and I will send you the link to it. It's not a publicly accessible website, as I said. It's just for our students. But if you wish to participate in it, if you send me a note, I will send you the link to it. Okay, so why does it matter? So why do we care that, this root chakra happens to relate to this? And, what does it mean to us? Well, if we understand how our chakras operate, and especially when we understand the physical and the psychological aspect, and as I said, with our root chakra, it's almost outside of our physical, especially our everyday daily lives. As I said, the root chakra survival is very powerful, and if it gets shaken a little bit, it's obviously a very traumatic situation. That's why I encourage you, actually, if you wish, if you could send me an email, and I'll send you a link to that visualization, because it's very short, but it's very, very powerful. And actually what I'm going to do, and we sort of have a few minutes left, I have time flies by, I'm actually thinking about stretching our show into half an hour here. But what I want you to do, just for a minute now, and just with me, just sort of get comfortable, and just sort of take a few nice deep breaths and close your eyes if it's appropriate. And what I want you to do, and you can even kind of use your hands to benchmark it, so if you put your hands sort of in your lower pelvic area, I want you just to take your awareness to your root chakra. So kind of, it's right, I said, at the base of your tailbone. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you a really quick energy treatment. We have about 3 minutes left, and I'll probably just finish the show with giving you a short, but amazingly effective at times, energy treatment. So as you continue to breathe, nice deep breaths. Remember what we want to do when we breathe. We want to fill our lungs completely with air, so we let our tummy extend just a little bit, and then we relax. So as you continue to breathe, perfect. Now what I'm going to do is energetically, I'm going to connect with your root chakra. And so just keep your attention there, keep your awareness there, feel for whatever you may feel, and you may not feel anything, that's fine too. And I'm reaching out and connecting, and I can feel it. I can feel even a little tugging in my root chakra as I connect. And so now what I'm doing is I'm just allowing energy to flow through me. And as I just flow into your root chakra, there's this warm, soothing, red-colored light. Remember, the color of our root chakra is red. And just feel for whatever you feel. You may feel your legs or your hips even feeling kind of heavy, but not in a bad way. as your body begins to ground itself to the earth, as you just, it's almost like you just settle into this big, easy chair. Perfect. Excellent. You're doing great. That's your root chakra. Very powerful, very strong. Our connection to this earth. And when we are connected, when we are solid in our root chakra, then we know that all will be well. It doesn't mean, just like the redwoods and all these trees that have these huge root systems, right? It doesn't mean that the wind isn't going to continue to blow at times, and that we may sway back and forth. And up here in Alberta, it's fall now, and the leaves have left the trees, and the seasons change. But those trees are so well grounded that they just go from season to season, through the sunlight, through the storms, through the wind, and they are still there, and they are still solid. Perfect. Okay. Now what I'm going to ask you to do is just when I ask you to, take a nice deep breath in and release it. And as you do that, I will gently disconnect from your root chakra, okay? So whenever you're ready, a nice deep breath in. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. And then breathe out. Just allow yourself to release. Perfect. And I'll gently disconnect from you. Come back to myself. Perfect. Excellent. You did great. Thanks for joining me. Our next show, we'll talk about our sacral chakra. Sacral chakra is really interesting, especially in these times now, because this deal with physical security, food, shelter, clothing. All right, we're down to 6 seconds to go. Thanks again. My name is Russ Lateau, blogtalkradio.com.